Hello then folks, welcome and welcome back. This is Pxy-VERSE and this is weekend stream. So let's see if everything is right. Yes. So basically today we're gonna continue this model sheet of this character, Natashe, Kacey, and also let me just show if I can do some modeling, then we're gonna reuse a previous mesh, right, for the body. We're gonna try to shape her head and her face. So here, just want to show something here is that today, or just a few hours ago, 1 hour ago about this, I published the second video page of the 3D webcomics, New Scene 5. And so this is just the file that you see there are movie strips. So this is what took me a lot to make, because this took time to render, and it was the only one that has some animation. But these shots, animated shots like this, they are really annoying to prepare. It's actually simple, but it's tricky, it's complicated because you have to render. It takes a lot to render here, about 100 frames, and then the timing I had to change multiple times until it was right. And now anyways, so this you can see online, right? In there's a playlist for that publication, last video I've published, and in the video description. So I've changed the balloons there, no, not balloons, but this text, you see it originally they were like that. And as professionals in comics, we do sequential art, capital letters is better for reading, right? So I just changed these balloons to become smoother. So mounted the roundness to 100. It was just a little here, but now I think I get it closer to a balloon. The problem, I still cannot get like a composed balloon. That would be great. I think we can do something like that. It will be a bit, no, maybe it's not. I might require a big one with just empty space, or maybe we can try something like, because I don't want to be making this elsewhere. I want to do all in this in the easiest way possible. So maybe there's something that we can do about, like, okay, let's say we have something like this. So here's a balloon, and then we can probably scale it along the Y. Now it will get somewhat distorted, right? But if I get it like below, there's a chance that I can use it to do something like this, right? And then but it's tricky. It's not, we cannot merge them, so it's unless I find a good way. So I'll still be doing like that. And I've changed the lighting in the scene multiple times for these still shots. So still shots are really fast to make. And really what took me so long to publish the second was really this shot here. I've never resolved. Took me a lot of time to realize what I need, what I wasn't satisfied. And these ones are just piece of cake, like, oh, I need this, and that. So I'll be more wary about making these shots. So I'll try to do more stills because it's much faster. My intention was to publish with all this as a full one, but video page, but I had to split, otherwise this would take a lot more time. So there was an interruption of the flow, but we'll compensate by having it published already. And this one soon. Maybe I split this into 2 parts also. There's importance in this to have a hook idea. So like here is sort of a hook maybe to something. So I've cut exactly here, and here maybe there won't be a hook after all. So there's some dialogue between 2 characters. but we're gonna make interesting stills. Anything else that I would like to show here in this particular thing? Oh yes, there is a very interesting thing. So there is a possibility to make camera pan from here, like, but it will need, yeah, the background will be black, I guess. So probably we can do this, we can keyframe this. I think it will be from transform here. Probably will need the timeline here. Yeah. So anyways, you'll see this will be rendered. It's rendered really fast with the clips here, because it's just 2D stuff. No need to render 3D scene from this technique here. So it's just renders pretty fast the final video. I think they've improved the video sequencer editor in Blender, so it wasn't that fast before, I think, or it's just my computer that is much better. Anyways, yeah, so this pen thing, I will still have to, I thought about making a mask, I think something like a mask, but here we need a plane. We need something. I don't know. I need to investigate how we do this. Probably need an image mask, PNG, something like that. So this will be something for the future. But I think I've seen other webcomics that have motion, camera motion, and they are just like, they just do simple stuff, right? We can also zoom, right? And zoom and pan and rotate will not be so common, but probably you can also do that. Yeah, so it's very good to know that we can do all this. So for example, here we could have, for more impact, I don't know, like she's getting lonely, although she's trying to reach that place. So maybe here, or here, or maybe we start this, and yeah, so many possibilities here, but this is for the next, I'll see what I can do in this thing. So let's close this extra Blender version. Let's work on this one. So here, the character that I was doing, yeah, a lot of reusability here, so this is a bit annoying, but you see the face doesn't seem to change too much. There's some doubt about this I'll fix in the modeling, and for now, so what I need will be the hair. So for the hair we're gonna do the following. So this is the technique that I've been using for that. So hair front, so I'm gonna remember doing grease pencil, auto lock inactive layers, turn this on, this option, so we can isolate the others. It will be easier to make any adjustments. For this case I need an extra material which I don't have, grease pencil material. It will be here, yeah. So here, what does that mean is that why? Okay, here. Okay, so what we want here is to have fill, and we don't want the stroke. We want the fill because this is much faster to. It's like painting with a lasso paint tool, lasso fill tool. It's an interesting technique. So her hair is brown, but some sort of warmer brown. Not so dark. Yeah, maybe something. Yeah, something like this. Okay, I'll accept this one. Then we're gonna need, so let's the stroke layers, hair front, so it will be here, Control Yeah, select the object, Control Tab 8, change here. Okay, so this is what this tool does. We would like to have less opacity here so we can see behind, but this is not the... Oh, actually we should do the clothing first, right? Yeah. So the costume, let's go back and pick this. Yeah, we might need a better... Yeah, I'm gonna make a new material here just for the cloth. So costume row, so this will be used for both front and back. We're gonna use some yellowish color. Yeah, something more intense so I can see the difference. Alright, this could be nice. Maybe not the most appealing color here. Yeah, maybe it's a bit too strong. This is too similar to the other. Okay, look for an orange one, not the orange of corrections, but something like this. Yeah, I think this should work. Okay, so we're gonna get this idea here. Costume. Front, alright, so we want to get this reference here, so it's about the beyond, above the third. So 1, 2, 3, maybe you don't see the small squares there. 1, 2, 3, yeah, above this third. So about here we'll have, because this is a symmetric cloth, we also want to have another mirror here, but just for influence the front. So it's just for the front usually. Front, costume front. The hair, we might need it also, although the hair doesn't need symmetry from here. We can do something. It depends on the hair of the character. So okay, so it will be here. We're gonna try to get this this feature here. Should be some sort of, looks like some reference to, you know, Sailor Moon thing. But anyways, the important thing is to get this this idea there. Okay, this is costume, so I'm making it here, even though we could make it as part of the hair. But remember myself that this is for the hair. Okay, so as for this, we see that we have here, it's about this. We'll have some sort of black here, or okay, just draw from one side, then it's straight here. Okay, something like that. We can reduce this. Let's see, what is this, the brush that we are using? Yeah, the same one, nothing new here. Reducing the strength so we can have this effect. I don't see too much here what is about her details, so let's get the sketch here. Let's move it about here. Or instead, let's move it closer. Yeah, this will help for now. So you get costume front. We want the costume to be at the top actually. And the hair also. Yeah. And behind the body, even though the body is usually more important for modeling and stuff, the base stuff, right? So we can get here, we see that there's another shape here. So this will be it extends towards the shoulder, and then we have this other thing here which also extend, yeah, to the side, but maybe because she's in this pose, we're gonna try to make this in a right position. So here we got, I've got a great insight from a very old 6 years old Blender tutorial from CG Cookie invited guy, I think, that showed how we can actually use shape key to prepare clothes with folds. So it relates to the, I didn't know so that it would be so old, the technique, but apparently I'm not even sure if the guy is aware of what it is, its purpose, but I'm gonna show that later. So I'm probably gonna use this technique for some folds that I'll be making. So the idea is to have regular geometry, right? For example, for this piece of cloth, like regular geometry. So do a cloth here that is very regular, and then the shape key is what deforms the geometry in something like that, with creating folds, not through mesh topology, just from mesh geometry, changing the shape key, right? And this will be a constant shape key, the same way that I was using for the technique that I was employing for the lips and eyelashes. So anatomic lips, anatomic eyelashes. This is to improve skinning, right? Spontaneous skinning. So because if we skin something that already starts like that, maybe it would work, but the tendency often is to become very crazy. We can maintain the structure of the tube if the geometry is good, and then the folds will deform as if natural, like not natural, but it will be much more predictable. Okay, so here we, oh yeah, so here we don't have symmetry, so there we're gonna get a problem in this piece of cloth, but okay, we will find some way through that. Okay, so for now, yeah, so basically this would go here, right? Actually it goes below, let's see. Yeah, so there's a problem of the symmetry here, so we're gonna probably could do this with the hair, or just another way is just to apply the mirror modifier after. Yeah, leave this one for later, and then I just apply the mirror modifier for this, and then I can do this go back to this part, right? Because it's just, apparently it's just that. Here, maybe this, we could go more to the bottom here. Alright, then we have here we don't care about erasing because the other layers are locked, and this is a different layer, so it's just perfect for this kind of workflow. So here we got this third square, no, even above the third square, so it's about here. We have this thing, and it's not, yeah, it will be, as for this, this is nearly on the halfway. Yeah, it's large, this is much bigger than I thought. Yeah, having some illusions here, so it's here. I don't know, this shape is interesting, so we're gonna keep, and then we're gonna make, yeah, there's something like this, right? Well, this is the center, so here we don't have to think too much in principle. Then we have something like this, and then we have, yeah, why not, we have something like this, right? Alright, then she is wearing this skirt. So the skirt is long, so it starts on the side about here. Not long, it's just not too short. And here we got about here, yeah, it could be somewhere like here, right? So just this angle seems good, and then we have here, I'm gonna make this more to the side. We want this flow, and we want this, and that seems good, yeah. And apparently that's it, there's nothing. Then here we could have some folds, but this will be a symmetric folding, so not big deal. So here we can consider this clear. Maybe this has some details here, we're gonna consider that later. Maybe we can have something here also, a detail, some sort of splitting. Alright, so as for here, yes, we can. Hi, welcome. Nice, welcome, bro. How are you doing? Glad to see you around. So, hope you're doing fine. So here, this is a model sheet, right, of this new character, Natashe. I think Natashe is probably a Russian name. Beautiful name. So, but I've changed to Natashe, not Natasha. And so here we got the yeah, so this I'll apply the mirror modifier, but so I need to continue here. Oops, orthogonal. So here there's nothing special, it's just yeah, I'm just make this profile just to so that we know there's cloth here, otherwise it's not important. And these boots, I'm not exactly sure how they will be, so we could try something very subtle here, very apparently they are inclined in the bottom, but I think this is just arbitrary. They probably are. And this is a bit tricky. They are not that large. They are straighter. Yes, and then we have this part here which would connect here, right? And then wrong. I think this is a bit more up here. So for the details, I'm not bothering right now. And that will be about here. Yes, this seems to be, see, sufficient. Maybe it's a bit more elevated here. Yeah, let's make it just a bit larger here. Okay, why? Okay, this. Then we still have this part here, so this will be, I guess, about here probably. So the elbow joint will be about here, so that means that Yeah, it's right after the, about here. And it already has some volume there. It's not just sticked until here. We're gonna do this folds here, whatever, and so this will continue here, and this is bigger. So yeah, I'll need to check some extra reference for this, but that's fine. So this thing here, it's not clear, so maybe this connects. Yeah, we can have multiple connections here. Yeah, so maybe these parts connect, right? This lower part here, this connects with this, which connects with this one, right? Which connects with the pauldron. So this will be like a pauldron, and then we can have something here lower, and then we have the jacket. It's sort of a jacket, right? Let's get this better. Yeah, and then as for here, probably want some, I don't know, just some not sure what will go there, but it could even, okay, let's see from this height. Yeah, just let's say about here. We got something here, so it's like a shirt thing. If it's not good, we'll decide what we do here later, right? So then finally, she could have some jewelry, but I haven't designed what could be for her. Small things or a larger thing. I think something to think about. So let's just do something simple here. Maybe 2. Or something a bit crazy. Okay, leave it like that. We'll see how that will work. Then not sure if it combines with the character, but I think that will be okay. Like there's a continuum here, so a bit like this, right? So have something that and it is symmetric, so just a bit of asymmetry. Now we're gonna apply this, no, apply all frame, whatever, not doing animation here. So now we're gonna deal with the asymmetry. So this will be, wait, this is not the costume front body. Oh, I'm using the wrong move to costume front. Oh, it's locked, okay. Move to costume front. This could have been much worse, but no, it was not a big deal. Okay, then costume front, we apply this one. No, apply all keyframes just in case. Let's do just mirror body and mirror here. And yeah, let's do the body on top, right? Okay, finally, let's get this thing done. So in this point here, which is the 2 squares on top, we get this. So this will do something like here. You see that it tries to join about here, so it's much closer. It's more like here. Yeah, it's hard to get the angle. Okay, and then this one will cross in a point like here, so something like this, right? And here we could have something that goes like here, right? And this will go to this side, yeah. So this kind of thing, okay, it's the only asymmetry. Okay, this is the cloth front. Let's do, oh, there's also the gloves, right? Then we are gonna try, so something like here. Then here I already have stuff. Yeah, so I won't do anything else here. Just got this is sufficient. Now we need to address the side view. We can place it there and get a new one here. Control numpad 2. Control numpad 2. Yeah, I'll have to match them manually here. So let's zoom, control plus, no, just plus, control numpad 8, plus twice, control 8, numpad 8, then numpad 3, okay, control numpad 4 and 6 to move here. The cursor must be here. Then we get here the other one. We're gonna use the same matos material. Matos is materials. How French is a cultural expression. Okay, so here we see we'll have a little trouble with this zoom. I barely see that it, yeah, it's hard because we cannot make a line that crosses, right? So this is why we sometimes, if you had some sort of diagonal guide, right? Yeah, that's actually a good technique. Let's see. Let's try to do a crazy thing here. I'm gonna create guides, right? And we're gonna use the, yeah, we could box stuff, right? But we're gonna get, okay, I need to validate and then alt, no. So apparently we can't control its scale here, or radius. Okay, maybe here. All right, here, Finally, I got it. So what I need to... Oh, hold on. It was just F. Oh, so you can F. Alright. So maybe they've upgraded this, I haven't seen, but there we go. So this is the way to go. So we want a diagonal thing, and I think this technique will work. So what we need to do is to... how to... yeah, I need to cross something very radical, like this, doing a diagonal. So let's make a highlight here. That should be interesting for this special technique. Never used it. Usually we have guides on one direction and guides on... well, okay, let's add a star here. Making ideal 2D grease pencil guide, extra guides, yeah, guidelines for model sheets, for character model sheets. Diagonal. Alright, so the problem here is that if I made a guide that is just for the side, it doesn't appear in the front unless I make one like here and then duplicate and rotate here. But there's another way, just thought, that might be much easier. So I still have a guide thing. Again, let's bring this to the very bottom, just above this sketch thing. Okay, so the sketch is that one, right? So what I'm going to do is it's unlocked because I'm using the auto lock inactive layers option, so I don't risk erasing anything else if I try to erase with drawing, right? On draw mode, so nothing to erase here, right? It's all locked except for guides, which I'm just gonna create. So I'm gonna use the line. Probably could use the box, but let's start with the line. So F to change the radius, just as if we're brushing. Here we cannot change unless we press F. It's not scale. I was trying S and Alt S. Alt S is the when you select the points, you can scale them, but this is for edit mode. On the draw mode here, we it's not like that, or it's not like that anymore. Now we need to press F, just as a brush, right? So I want a very thin one, and note that I'm using materials for this, not color attribute. The material is better. Takes a little longer to set up, but it's okay. It's better because you can change its color at any time, so it doesn't matter here if I do with costume, the guide. I'll change its material later because I'm using material, right? So let's go back to the layers. Okay, then the right layer, and so I'm gonna do the diagonal 3/4 view. So I'm on the side view, orthographic 3. So I'm gonna press numpad 4, numpad 4, numpad 4. So 3 times. So this is exactly the diagonal, 45 degrees. I can press 5 to, no, 5. This is still orthogonal. We don't see the guidelines, which is, yeah, I forgot about this detail. So we don't see the guides there, which is annoying. But if we, to maintain this, we need to use this, there's something here that will auto perspective, I think, automatically switch between orthography when changing from, yeah, no, we want, yeah, I don't want it to be switching. in the past, I think Blender always, when it went like this, it will take off your orthogonal, which is horrible for what I'm trying to do here. So we are orthogonal here, just numpad 4, numpad 4, numpad 4, so 3 times. Same thing if we're in the front view, numpad 6, numpad 6, numpad 6, 3 times. Because there are 7 points, so it's the 1, 2, 3, 4. It's exactly the center between 7 points, 5, 6, 7. So see, so 1, 2, 3, there it is. So what I'm gonna do now is that I want to catch the like yeah, unfortunately this is not perfect because you don't see the, but okay, we're gonna, so this will be, wait, what is this for? This is useless. No, they are not, there's something wrong about their height. Yeah, their height. Unfortunately they are unmatched here, so gonna have to redo this thing here. Of course the drawings are distorted here, but it's not a problem. What matters here is that they have the same scale. It's very difficult without the, okay, you see, if I drag here at some point this will happen, so this is horrible. We don't want that, so we want to preserve something. So here I'm gonna go back to the center. Okay, now I can numpad. Okay, now let's not numpad, let's just try to grab this about here, so it will still be an approximation, but what that will do, this cross, is that let's make another one. So for example, yeah, here I already have this line, right? So I can just reuse its positioning. Let's say that I take, for example, let's say this point here, and because the side drawing it is exactly here, we are seeing this diagonal line everywhere. Like you see, it will, so 1, 2, 3, so that's numpad 4 3 times. And so here I want, for example, let's pick this lower breast. Enter. Then let's get maybe this point here. Sharp point. Then we could also take, for example, for the hair, that would be nice. So this could be the, yeah, here I haven't drawn yet for the front, so we just grab this. So here also where this point goes, yeah, at some point here we'll have some trouble. It's for cloth here, not for the hair, but we can, I already have these settings, right? This thing on the, alright, so you see they are matching. Then maybe this, yeah, here whatever would, oh, this seems to be important. So the line of this clothing there, I think it's the same, right? Here it might be a little more, yeah, it's more to the bottom, so something, no, this is too much, this is too little, so something about here. Yeah, and this sort of matches. Then we have this line here that sounds relevant. And then there is the belts, yeah, the belts on the side, it's highest elevation. Yeah, I don't have the 2D reference because I would be doing this exactly for drawing it, right? So here's actually, you could go faster, right? So this one, it's the yeah, let's say the highest and the lowest positioning for the belt, right? Here this is a bit confusing, right? The model sheet there is not so good, so we'll have to... Okay, I think this should be right. Oh, there's tip here, but this is actually simple. Yeah, I see that this is not matching so much, so we're gonna give a slightly lower for this. Okay, so this is the... And so now when we look on the side view, have all these reference from view, and it's just one guide, so we could also call this guides costume, right? Because yes, so I never used this, but this sounds good. This technique. I usually have one guide layer that would have just this copy paste and rotated with on edit mode, right? Duplicated and rotated along the z-axis, so it will have but here these diagonals are much funnier, sounds more organized, or at least more economical. So let's get to continue here with this. Yeah, I wish that Blender could highlight more this guides, its own guides, but unfortunately it's not that simple to use those guides. Some guides on other softwares are yeah, not say better, they are, we can do more stuff with them. Here in Blender the guides are a bit limited, I think, but that's okay, we can still use them, either mouse or grease pencil, they will work. So we're gonna yeah, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, I'm using the plus, so we have this perfect matching. So I start at the top. Here it's easy to find. Yes, this should be the right one. So we're gonna bring this yeah, attention not to have these displacements. Okay, here we're gonna go back to the costume side now, still using the same brush, and we're going to I don't have one guides for this unfortunately, but this will be easy now that we know. 1, 2, 3, and we're gonna bring this. We're just gonna get this line here, and for the upper part we'll also get this seems to be incorrect, so maybe here I made some mistake. Yeah, at least let's say for the side then. Yeah, this is a bit confused. So let's just pick this one and this one. Yeah, let's pick these 2 positionings. That's all that matters. So if we are not sure, we can take notes here, but I'm not gonna do this. I'm gonna go costume side now, 3, back to here. I'm gonna move up. Alright, so we already see, so this thing should be occupying this space, right? This part here should be smaller, right? So this sounds so here we got up like here a lot, and here I'm moving them a lot more than needed. And at the center here would be about, yeah, it's like the middle is the upper line, so it's like they'll be somewhere like here. Or the lower, yeah, they are different, right? So maybe, according to my intuition, I think this should go more like that. Okay, and then at some point we can remake those guides in the end. But I think this should be fine. Then we can take this. The side here seems very wrong, right? So probably here we need some corrections. Yeah, don't know what happened to the... No, we got... It's... No, it's my illusion. Something I've messed up. Yeah. Alright, I don't know how they mismatched. But now they seem to be matched again, or manually matched. That seems good. Yeah, this should be longer. Yeah, I think they are matching. Alright. Let's do this again. So here. Well, yeah, this still seems a bit wrong, that ear, but let's accept this one now. Then here, the problem with this technique is that we cannot make guides very located, the diagonal ones. Or actually maybe we can. Yeah, we can. It's just that we won't see them very well. I missed that, so we could have made diagonals here and here. Oh yeah, because I will have to cross from here and here. I have to reposition this one closer to the center with edit mode, right? So anyways, yes, we can do still with the guides, marking guides just to... Okay, so let's say that this cloth here will be like this. Then here, okay, we got this big one, so here we're gonna do it lower string so we can see through. This will be about this thing, right? Good. So I don't care about the front views here. The foreshortening that will be happening here, we don't care about. So we care about these lines here. This asset here, this accessory, or this yeah, so this sort of connects, right? Something like this. Then another, yeah, so this will be in the center about here, so this will be one black. Then we have this other one which I don't have marked. See, it's very hard. I don't see the grid very well. I need another window, then there's not just enough space in my screen for it. It's very frustrating. So here and this one, we're gonna bring it, because she has in this pose the arms raised, right? For the T pose, this is not so it's normal that this gets up, so they're not aligned here. The center maybe will be, but not this one. So here we can, okay, see this one. Now we start to get useful things here, so we can probably... Here I haven't decided what this will be, right? So I'm gonna just do this for now. And so you see that this line will be the lowest of this. So okay, so you could have something like this, and here you can decide what to do later. Then this is just some line. Okay, anything else of interest here? Yeah, let's continue here, right? Whatever. Okay, for me this is enough. The details of this cloth I can decide later. So Control numpad 2. We need to approximate here. Yeah, this is matching perfectly, so, or almost, because I've made manual changes subtle at some point. Not gonna redo all this again, it's annoying to set up this very fragile. So here we want this one to be, yeah, this is a bit tough, but I think this will come from here. It sort of crosses, then here we got this, and so now it got here, and then this is where starts this big belt about here. The higher spot is here, right, and the lowest spot is here. And so this would be about, it's not too different from this, so probably it will be about here. And because there is before shortening here, this will be very difficult to draw these details here. So maybe I just keep them. This I think is too far away. It's more about here probably. Alright, so I got this one, and then we got whatever is in the middle here and here, and then we have that, and something like here. Okay, so I don't barely see anything here. Okay, that seems good. Then we're gonna solve this part here. Could be more skin tight. And so the skirt, so for the skirt we are going to start with this point. We don't have this line here. Alright, so yeah, that seems a lot. It doesn't need to match exactly the other side, right? You don't have to have this kind of symmetry. So you can try something like this instead. So what you're gonna do is that here we see that there's some patterns like here. We're gonna try to reproduce them. So we're gonna match here. We see that here we have a triangle here, so we could have something like this, and this opening here could just be another material for the plot. Just adding some interesting detail. And then, although you don't see very well, so let's try to do this better. This is two bold lines. It should be just here that is bold. Okay, this is good. Then these parts here we have, oh, I made it wrong. This is the point, this is the line. Maybe you have seen it, so you have to erase this. So it was much simpler than that. So yeah, let's match this symmetry, whatever. We're gonna try to get this here, then here this triangle, we're gonna get it here. Okay, that's very blurry. What you can do is pick this and just apply some sort of stroke, simplify stroke. There is this merge one. The problem is in edit mode is not the best because you don't really see, but that should have made some merging of the verse without sacrificing the oh, I've moved the thing there. Okay, so I think we'll be, oh yeah, we can use the real guides here. You see that the scale is not very good. Okay, this is almost correct. So let's pick this one. So it will be from about here, right? So this will be like, and here we got something like that, right? And then we got here, I guess, we have this thing, and then here we could have this, but this is not resolved yet, so this detail, so just skip like that. Probably this should be flatter here. Alright, then next it's a bit time consuming to do this way, right? But this precision we won't regret. Could do even more, but for me this is enough, right? I won't clean up this cloth, right? I only clean up cloth if I'm paid for, or if there is some detail that I'm doing that oh no, this absolutely needs cleaning. So far I haven't decided anything like that, because in drawing I was never very good at drawing costumes, like design problem. I never have too much patience. My thing for the clothing, there are artists who draw clothes very well. I know how to draw folds and details, but I just don't have the motivation for that. I don't know, it's very personal. But for body, poses, expressions, that I like. So everyone has some sort of focus. And here we see that I have a problem with the boots, because if this character is wielding high heel boots, right? Probably she would be wielding them, and so I would have to make this trick, right, that we model. There's many ideas for techniques, methods, approach. One of them is that we need to model the high heel boots like distorted, like this thing is like as if it the heel traverse the floor, right? And so you rig the boots, you can rig them here, and then you need to apply the armature and the pose just for the boots, and then the mesh of the boots get reset, and so you get a deform, applied deform, that the boots do this. Or you can model it directly here, which could work also. But in this way we don't need to model the character with like this, with high heel boots, which can be problematic for if, I don't know, like the natural position of the character. It works, whatever works, but I prefer this method because the character has the normal stance by default. And so it's more versatile like this. It's easier to handle regard it, and the technique is very simple, right? The only problem with this technique is that if you want to have the character higher because of the high heel boots, then the inverse kinematics will just bend the legs. I'll show that later, but we need a switch to have the legs not bent, so when she high heel stands, then the torso, everything goes up because of this. So this is it's actually simple to do, but it's like conceptually it's very messy. It takes a while to get used to those ideas. But I like this approach because it's flat foot. So here I'm already prepared even the high heel boots, which will be rigged in this crazy way. But it's one way. Another problem is that we'll have the high heel boots that will be a bit distorted when they are, because this will be the rest position for the boots and not something very neat like this. So if you want to flatten this exactly as if it need to be exact, then this might cause some problem because we just don't have that as a rest position for the boots. Okay, so I think this is good to go for this. The side view doesn't look very nice for this clothes. It's much better. It looks much better in the front view, right? But anyways, now we can go for the hair. So this time gonna join. Yeah, doesn't matter which one. So gonna do this, and I never know why this happens. So we're gonna now we're going for the hair. So yeah, the hair we just need about this, right? Is there anything there good for the other portraits? Okay, they are matching. Anything important here for us to spot for the hair? Yes, this seems a good one, a good ref, but I think we have enough with this one. That's we already have this line. So now we're gonna change the material. We're gonna use this hair with less strain, and we're gonna go back to this, and we're gonna go back to, yeah, not go back, we're gonna go to the, what are those? Don't remember. So anyways, oh, these are stuff that I need to integrate. Yeah, so hair front. So in principle it will be something like that, right? Starts from here, then, or we can start with the, okay, let's start with the scalp here. It's not clear that this will work, but the idea is that we get, yeah, this is the top. I'm not drawing the right. Okay, this is the right spot. We can also, now this does that. There's a problem with deleting this, right? Alright, so I think here there will be this is not good. Let's do in smaller parts. Yeah, let's cut here already. Then we get here we have a problem with, I don't know why I can't erase. Oh yeah, because this is a straight line, so we need to do this. Alright, so this is annoying thing about this tool, but it will be a straight line when it closes. So anyways, we can work with this. This is not, yeah, already lost the reference here. We need to get now the this extra one. We augment the strength here. Here we see that it will be about here, so we have this higher. It's not good even. Okay, we can do this as a marker. And then the question is, would that do something like that? Yeah, possibly something like that. Because it starts from here. Oops. Okay. And it's just one, right? So here we have a problem, but we can go here, and here there's an advantage. We can go on edit mode and make some. We can even use the proportional editing for this. G, scroll down this thing. Where is the? Oh, there you go. So it is pointed in some crazy way, yeah. I think this is not connected only. Yeah, connected only. Yeah, those gaps are not a problem, so maybe we should leverage this a little more. Let's see this one. Okay, it goes about here. Oh, it's no, it's because this is badly positioned. Alright, so yeah, it is correct about here. We want the cheek to be appearing, sort of. And so here, because we don't have I'll have to fake something here, some shadow, so yeah, it's not clear what's happening there. It will be because it's out of fill. In this case it's a bit messy, but I'm faking some shadows there. Probably I can do with some drawing as well, so like yeah, I'm doing an exception here, so like this, right? And here. You see, so you can use we can totally use the same different materials in the same layer, right? Yeah, that's enough, right? It was just about. And here I don't know if she'll have another like this. For this character I haven't decided. This thing probably should work on it for the okay, and something here that I haven't decided. What will be connecting her? Probably also some sort of jewelry, something that I haven't decided yet. So let's do this, and on the no, not her front. I'm doing this. Oh, don't tell me that all this is okay. Move this to her side. There you go. It's locked. Okay. Move it to her side. Yeah. Okay, now we are back to her side. I need to, yeah, I'm gonna do this on the side costume side, yeah. So it'll be about here, yeah. Then we go back to the hair side, change material. Here we can improve this idea. And yeah, a bit sad to be like that, but at this point, or I could just reuse this. Yeah, we can try to work here individually. We can dissolve, right? But now that will cause some weird results for some reason. Okay, that's good. Then we here I need to decide how. Okay, so her hair goes until, yeah, it can be quite longer, right? So if it's straight, it might even reach longer than that, right? So oops, okay, I've lost everything, but we got somewhat finished. So this will be to decide yet. Alright, and we don't, so the side here is cleared. We need now the front here, so I'm gonna join right. We're gonna split here, and always it messes up everything. We need more space here. So on the front view we don't really bother here what happens behind. At least I don't, because it will be hidden, right? Anyways. Okay, so something is happening that have the reference here, so we're gonna adjust that manually. Try to now. Let's try again. Okay, this should work. Finally, so here we're gonna change the, keep the same material, get here front. Now Control 8, Control Tab 8, then here we already have this idea. We have changed this in relation to that drawing, which might be an incorrect thing, but from the side it's looking good, so we're gonna try to respect this one. And here, because this tool we can manage here, so maybe this is not a bad idea, right? In certain case, GG, no, that's not working. Okay, the shape though is very bad, so it's so bad that these adjustments are very complicated. But we can do like, we've made that part first and we can try to make that one later, right? Yeah, so you see, faking the shape. And here it will be centralized, so you can just do this, right? Now this will not help, so we're gonna now try to this is important. Yeah, so you want here to find this, and then also this is important. So this will probably need to, it's mirroring, right? So but it's a bit chaotic because you have things on both sides that have been drawn. So okay, so it's likely this is too far away, because actually this will mass in the center, right? So probably you'll have to this not go all the way. This is from this view, but not, so you have to make some adjustments here. Okay, so for some reason I not able to catch some verts. I don't know, this is behaving. It doesn't want to select one of the. Okay, now we selected this one, alright. So my idea is that maybe this, we just can't have it. I'm gonna zoom in. No matter how much I click, here it selects some. It looks like it's there, but it's not there, yeah, and this moves nothing. Very glitchy, so I've never seen that before. But okay, so this will stay to resolve in the modeling. So apparently there are still the top features of the face. Here it's likely we made a mistake. I think this should be more to the front. I don't know why it is grabbing everything there. I don't know. This feature is going nuts. Blender is completely bugged out here, I think. Okay, so we got mostly everything set here except for the tops. So we gonna hide the hair, the costume. Maybe this will help. Yeah, the costume might help. Front body will be important. Side body also be important, and guides maybe. Sketch probably not in this particular case, so we're gonna address the top body. So this is special technique for technical drawing. So we can also I totally forgot we had these hands here. So probably would like to start fixing the hands. So I just want to match this will be a bit more complicated than that. It's the size of the shoulders. This is the elbow, this is not the... So because I don't know the positioning, I know that I have scaled this. So I'm gonna call this for the top. I don't have a material for this. I'll just make it fix, right? Use that color, whatever. Even if that is not quite right, so we can probably dissolve some stuff here. Merge. Alright. And the important thing here is just to because I've already modeled the hands, right? It's really not I don't know why there are two there. Oh, one is for cloth, I think. There are two things there. Hold on. One is okay, one is top body and the other is top fix. Okay, so of course, so this top body is like all this thing is unnecessary for us here. That's the first proposition, and this is already fixed according to the shoulders, but I'm not sure here about the shoulders because in principle I have used the same joint there in terms of forward, backward distance, world y-axis distance, so probably this, so the elbow here, top fix, probably gonna join this because we're not fixing anything here, just want to have the proper adjustment. So here these wrist will be about here. So we see that this hand is already, if it were to serve as a reference, is very crude. So it will be here, right? The elbow. So from the top we have something like this, right? Then here we could see that this position is not too good, so probably this something wrong about this scale. Yeah, so a lot of things here that don't match. But we don't need to match this hand here. This will be if we match the joints here, that's good enough for and also this is not top fix, so we don't need this. Yeah, we might need this soon. So the front now for the top. So this is what actually matters for me, is the this could also be the case for the quad view here. Quad view is so Control Alt Q. You see there's no synchronization, but you go on view and then there's a new panel here which appears. It's well, okay, quad view here. Need to scroll down. Sync zoom pan. This is what we, well, no. Okay, let's do this again. Alright, great. So apparently this is bugged. Or yeah, this is glitched. It should be I think this, I have no idea what is this. Lock rotation. So okay, lots of things going wrong here. Okay, let's not use the quad view then. We need the here. I'm gonna do this manually. So we have the top, the front, oh great, okay, then maybe if yeah, but now I cannot, this is I don't know what I did here, but this seems to emulate the, at least from doing this, right? Okay, and so here we could try actually it will be here. Okay, but I don't have the proportions right, so I'm gonna have to match these squares. Now this is horrible. I was shrinking. Alright, so not sure if I'm gonna use this, but the important thing here is that how it even starts checking this. So this character here doesn't... Let me think here what is needed. I need the fix. Okay, fix material. I'm on the top body, which is this. And top fix is just for the arm. So this top fix we just move it to top body. We're gonna keep this, but there it's empty. So now this top body actually we're gonna just move this GZ just gonna move it here, it doesn't matter. It was in a very weird positioning. Then we can also change, no, this will keep these colors. Gonna change all this to, yeah, material, so stroke, assign material to fix, there we go. Alright, so the question here arises. So apparently this is the cheekbone, and this girl here has just Dorothy probably, or Nixu, I think. This is too far away, so this probably is first to be probably smaller. So if we want to match here, oh, it's also unmatching for some because of this, right? So yeah, this is all fucked. Let's just use top, and this is really seriously annoying. Okay, we do this and the top. Okay, then we just reduce here. Okay, we pinned one of them and the other one. Alright. Now everything seems to be matching, yes. So what we need to do here is to... I'm not sure where I'm drawing here. Yeah, I'm drawing there, but after we have to join these strokes, elevate them, right? So here is about, it's not even reaching that first one, so it's about here. How far this goes in front of the circle, this is why we need now the side view. So I'm gonna create another one here for the side view. It's just for the guides here. So here we see that, oops, I've moved this wrongly. So we got here this circle of the head, Okay, the back of the head, I think it's correct, so I'm not gonna touch that. The front of the head for this character, apparently the forehead, goes a little further forward, but that seems right here. We see this seems correct. And then we have 1, 2, 3. The nose is on the third square front, so it will be this, and this also seems to be matching, so this is the same apparently, and then the curvature will go as it would need to go. And here I'm not totally sure what should be, but the positioning, but yeah, I think this is what I can do for now. This curvature, just gonna have to keep it. The forehead probably will be, yeah, I don't have any, yeah, this reference here, exactly here, so okay. No, but it's not aligned, I think. Well, but it's this line anyways. So yeah, the forehead is here at this point, and it needs to go to the curvature, right? But this part might go like here, so they cross. This is on top. This curvature, need to see what will work best, but and then okay, it goes like that. Okay, so things to be improved here. It's a bit messed up. This really don't sound good, so let's round this a little more. Yeah, I can use the I don't see anything. It's the stabilizer. This just confuses everything, this thing that appears in front. Alright, so I leave like this. This for me, this I was having struggle, especially the first times that I was modeling. So since I'm gonna reuse the mesh, it's probably gonna work. This will not cause too much trouble. So this is why this doesn't need to be perfected right here, right now. We can, if I find trouble then with the model sheet, with all that, then yes, then I'll probably will be good to go back to this fix. You see where it is, so I can probably get this position. I'm gonna do this, and yeah, why not SZ0, and then we match all this to there. So except the arm, right? We could use this to try to find the feet, for example, but or you can have many layers here of this top. Can even make a bottom view. Maybe I haven't tried bottom view, like for the cheek, the chin. This could be useful, but it could be very difficult. Like it will be just for the head, seeing the head from below, right? For the feet, it could be interesting, right? Maybe some features of the torso. Yeah, many things, but it's hard because you need to. We could do this with a rigged model easily, right? Orthographic view is a pain to draw, right? Organic stuff, right? like this, right? So here I think we got it right. Got all the instances of this resolved. So let's just do a revision here, Shift F7. We go back to see here. So we got the whole model sheet seems to be correct now for this character. So it is the sketch. Okay, these diagonal guides, which were somehow they would need improvement. These are for the costume guide, so this is partially good, partially useful. Helped a little. We're gonna keep them. Then we have the side fix, which is something that side body and side fix. Okay, apparently we got some stuff here that we didn't work with, so we're gonna get this and move to side body. We have side body indeed in this bluish color. Alright, we got front fix, which is this part of the crotch, same that we for side fix, that we need to realize this will need to match this when we compare the three characters, at least two, but probably three, which have like cascading heights. Front body, okay. So in principle I'm using this height for the crotch, but it could be a little lower actually for her. Yeah, there's a bit of doubt here, so gonna. Then we have side costume. We have also side hair side. We have costume front, hair front, which I mentioned I wasn't gonna do anything here, because the hair, if it's not something too complicated, it's easy to just model from the side view here, in my experience. So then top fix and top body, which top fix has nothing currently, and top body is this thing which is for now it's serving almost no purpose. And yes, so this will be the full thing for this character. So now I would need to start modeling, but not from scratch, right? So at this point I don't need these other grease pencils. We can just dump them. Just keep Natashe, and we're gonna bring now this collection to the mesh body. We are gonna there are many bodies that I would need, right? But I want something clean. I don't think I can get this something clean here without messing up with without checking. Okay, let's go here on the other file. So go to Dorothy. We'll use her mesh. It's the latest version I was editing. I need from her Would be good to have the hair because it's a different, it's a similar thing. So at least, yeah, I could try to bring the hair. I don't want to bring the armature, it could cause some issue, but I think I have no escape. So arcades should be good. Mouth stuff collections, eyes. Eyes, we want the, yes, these eye coins. Yeah, actually, eyes, mouth, hair, costume, no. I'm gonna start from scratch. And body, yeah, the problem is that I need this data here, which is all incorrect right now, but so at least the body I know how to recover. We're gonna try to, let's first get just the body. Let's see what, no, let's get the, so append, okay, object. So let's try, I know this is wrong, this will probably bring the armature, but if you go for mesh, you have all these names which are meaningless for organization if we don't manually change each one of them. This is pretty, I don't know a good workflow for that, so I'm gonna skip. So we want some scalp, ponytail, hands, hair strand left. Yes. Well, I have to put. Okay, this is the. I know what this is. Ah, lost the. Okay, so. Okay, I've got these ones. Let's bring the eyebrows, eye coins, eye surfaces, and then arcades top, arcades butt, and tongue, and that's it. Let's see what happens. So we just bring the armature, which is what I didn't want, at least not at this moment. So we're just gonna delete this, and there's a lot of stuff that we didn't request, so this is very stupidifying. I'm gonna delete all these things. Probably need to clean this up, right? But first we're gonna clean more stuff here. So there's a ghost mesh here which also is causing trouble. Alright, so now we got some stuff here. We're gonna add some new collections here, so we're gonna call this eyes, duplicate collection, yeah, duplicate, so body, hair, eyes, mouth. So this is like eyes, here we go at the end, eye surface, arcades is mouth, and eye surface. Okay, there we go. So the good thing of getting these materials back here is that we can let's make the model, the dispenser unselectable, is that we have all the modifiers, everything, if you remember them, everything is already set for reusability. might inspect the materials and adapt them to it, right? Just change maybe some colors. Yeah, so this is interesting. So for now I don't need any of this. We could start with the hair, of course, but of course we need the model now of the body, and this will be the most boring part, right? That is like it's strange because I dreamed of reusability of CG art in the very beginning, right? And now that I can do it, I find it super boring. Like, oh, this is like cheating, but it's very good. Imagine I have to remodel everything. So here we don't gonna make a mistake. We're gonna get body exactly in this collection. Gonna go to append again. Now we're gonna look for mesh instead. And now I know it's the name that I gave it was this one, Dorothy body data. And so here that should bring, yeah, precisely. So this is just Dorothy body, but it doesn't hold any, yeah, unfortunately it doesn't hold well, we have some cool stuff here that we could reuse, but I think we have yeah, we have lost the mirror modifier, so we have lost the okay, I need to we have lost the okay, gonna save here. We have lost the armature modifier and the subdivision surface modifier, right? At 1, usually I use that, and yeah, I think this we'll have to compare. So this is an annoying thing, but it's just we can maybe link the character here just temporarily. Let's do some batch purge here, and just in case there's something that will be interfering here. So here already see how we need to fix some of the proportions. So we're gonna use the cursor here, view cursor, gonna Z to location, so 1.6. now I already know. We're gonna use the 3D cursor, gonna scale the entire object. Yes, why not? Gonna scale. Oh no, there's a problem here. I usually don't do a scale for the head on this character, so it's like they are taller but the head maintains the same size. So that means maybe this is anatomically incorrect, but actually yes, I'm treating this like this characters like that. If at some point I think that it's wrong, that I'm going to do it differently for one or another or everyone, but for now this is my decision, artistic decision. So what I can do here, however, is that I can scale from that same so I'm gonna try to match here, and probably what will happen is that this won't match the... I have to struggle to find how to... This never happened to me actually, so of course I don't want to do this, and it is possible that the arm is not scaled properly. So as for the crotch region, we see that this needs to be this will be the, okay, we need at least this. Then there is this other proposition which might be more correct. And here, yeah, so you see, now we get the cards. So the fit will find here. So I'm not scaling in one direction, I'm scaling in all directions. And so here we have something somewhat in between the final, that unknown, imprecise, uncertain correction and the first attempt that I've made, right? As for here, we see that we might have a problem with the height of the... No, we won't have a problem, because actually this is the confusing part. If the character is taller, her features will be at a lower point. So same things will happen with the shoulders, not only with the foot, with everything. So this is actually correct. So this is why the neck wasn't looking good actually on the front orthographic. It's not just because it is hard to do the front orthographic, it's because I was doing wrong I confused because it's so close to the head circle. Then I thought, oh, I don't need any change here, it won't budge, but actually it would a lot actually. Alright, and then there is this thing that perhaps I have to maintain this, because it is possible that I have made a mistake in the arm's length on the model sheet, but we can make a quick test here. If we rotate this, we might see if so. Usually, anatomically speaking, well, I can rotate from here also. Yeah, this is not too bad. Yeah, so this is actually accurate. I think we can maintain them. So you see, we'll have to make a fix later on in the arms. And let's look the top. The top also seems to require refixing, because if I try to adapt these arms to here, then she will have really short arms. Yeah, so as she was scaled, her body has also got a bit more larger, right? But maybe not larger enough for her characteristics. So let's yeah, so that I'll be adjusting individually, right? So but I should be careful not to exaggerate. Maybe the drawing was a bit too voluminous here. I think she looks really much bigger, fleshier than Dorothy here in the model, in the model versions. So probably I'll have to make plenty of adjustments here. So here we could start like with doing some crazy stuff here. I'm gonna create an aberration here. We're gonna see what will happen. It wasn't my plan to maintain the topology exactly right, but in this case apparently we are. So this would be not a bad idea. The topology is good. It should work for this card, except for the eyes. The eyes region will be very, very complicated. So here probably I'll need to rework on that. So let's see what she's looking like. Oh, actually, let's also change this view. Align view, view lock clear. There we go. Home, right? Yeah, so we see that we don't have good shape here. We need to make some adjustments. She really looks alien. This is where we could play with the, yeah, we can totally see the top view. So this is why the top view is for face is important in these cartoon characters. So here is the tip of the cheekbone. So we're gonna try it here. And for this we're gonna match, try to get these curvatures right. We see that we have a problem here. This is will be the maximum extent of this. And here the tip of the nose, it's unclear. Yeah, the other character has it here, but this character has it more forward. So there are a lot of things. This will be more time consuming, right folks, but we should just be careful to not do the horrible thing of connecting the mirror clipping, right? So we can turn off clipping if we want, but usually clipping helps for the most part. At least I've got used to it. So let's see what else can we do. Yeah, so I was mentioned that I don't want to exaggerate these scalings, and some positions here seem to be somewhat different, but I think this is not necessarily bad. Different anatomies that can, not anatomy, different body shapes, right, for variations. But so this is what I'm suspecting, that this will be a bit escaping the proposition. Sometimes when I draw the characters, they might get a lot of, yeah, we all know, right? Sometimes we are drawing, that's why model sheet exists. It's very easy sometimes to get off design. Yeah, so here we probably will need for this one an additional. I'm gonna make because her breast is. I see, we cannot bevel this thing. No, we can, but it's super lagging. Let's do a small one then. Okay, this. The subdivision is not helping here, I guess. Yeah, unsure what's going on here. Probably I need to do this differently. There's no... Yeah, is this this, oh, is a shape key, right? Yeah, shape key. Why it is doing this? Yeah, need to repropagate that later. Just remember. It's 0.3, right? Yeah, so actually it's using, yeah, it's using this. I don't know why her design of the head is different now. Yeah, this is suspicious, but let's do this. Here you see this is more inclined forward. Can't go too perfectionist with that because each character, some characters of my cast I never, on my style, I never modeled them. Most of them I haven't modeled them, not even once. So there might certainly there are one or another specificity that I do not know about in 3D art. So for the adaptation. So I can't go too perfectionist in this because I just don't know what the challenges are entirely. So I need to try to stick, yes, with certain patterns, but it is normal that eventually they'll have, each character at some point will have some features that maybe are more wrong here, more incorrect here, and some things will slip through my attention, and it will be a more longer term project to revise all of them all together, their heights when they are modeled and they are working, and then yes, I can reassemble the ideas and then say, oh yeah, this character, so this type of body, the heads must have this size and stuff like that. Yeah, the idea. But it's not something for now. It will be a ludicrous. I won't have the resources now to do this because I don't have the more characters of this body type, of Natashe body type, modeled, so I need more how do you say, basic resources, more samples to be able to compare, to see what is really good, and see why the heads must be then maybe larger, even if, and stuff like that. Yeah, so here we got, yeah, I'm gonna scale just the knee here, scale some of these vertices. I'm gonna pick here, scale this, yeah, scale this shin, reposition, scale, reposition. Here these feet, we're gonna place them here. This I'm not sure about. Maybe it was a little too much into the ground, so I don't know, the drawing seems incorrect in relation to the mesh, but okay, that should be fine for now. So it's those details that better compare in the future. For the time being, all these positionings of vertices, it's all, there's no perfect thing, right, in this organic. It's millimeter things that won't, in the final outlook, won't, it's not what is gonna make the difference. It's only on certain regions, of course, that matters, like the facial features and stuff, but otherwise everything should work. If it's if the proportions are more or less adequate, then everything should. There are many incredible amount of variations, subtle details that will just work no matter what. So it almost feels like that it's much easier to get the style right in 2D than in 3D. Now here I remember, so we're gonna maintain this distance of the fingers of the wrist, right? You see that for some reason the positioning of the arm seems a bit to the front, so this doesn't seem quite correct. Yeah, I want the arm aligned with the torso, with the shoulder, right? So this top design here doesn't look very good. Yeah, it was the fake fixed, right? Fixed from another. So it's probably very incorrect. The fix is useless almost. This one, and so here for the top we already checked, right? This is the it doesn't look like her right now, right? Because we need a lot more to be working on her face, and very likely, now possibly we'll also have to change some topology on the eyes. So this will be more time consuming and require way more patience than the basic stuff that I'm doing here. But it's clear that we can reuse these techniques of the eyelash and the anatomic shape keys and the ghost and the eyes, everything there we can reuse, but we need to change a lot of stuff. And yeah, so she started to have a different body now, and we're gonna need a new material, all that. So I think this is, should be enough for this stream, folks, in the weekend. So next probably I can engage the face and the hair and the cloth, so, and then I just have to readapt the rig. So tomorrow I'm not sure if I'm gonna immediately return to her, but I want to address some rigging issues that will also then be useful for her. We'll see. But for now, that's it, folks. Thanks for watching. Take care, happy blendering, have a nice weekend, Sunday, and good luck on your projects. Hope this was inspiring. See ya, folks.